Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Super East Collegiate Hockey League Championship game between the number 1 seeded Army Black Knights and the number 2 seeded team, Sacred Heart Pioneers. Both teams getting victories in their semifinal game yesterday. Army defeating Montclair State 6-1, and Sacred Heart defeating Siena 4-1. So these two teams, during the year, Army did hold a 2-0 advantage in the season series, but it should be a very good final matchup that we have for you as we get set here for the national anthem. So both teams set to take the opening face-off. Starting lineups are announced. In goal for Sacred Heart, again, Matthew Dorkowitz, who played a solid game yesterday against Siena, especially in that second period. We're fighting off some good opportunities by the Saints there. And I believe it'll be Monahan starting for Army. So that would be Liam Monahan, the first-year player from Hanover, Massachusetts. And we'll see what lines they put out there. Sacred Heart getting a big loss due to injury yesterday, as one of their top defensemen, Jake Antonucci, went down earlier, very early in the game, probably about 2 minutes into the game, and suffered a pretty nasty ankle injury and a leg injury, and we saw him today. He looks to be in good spirits, but he will be unavailable for the game today. So Army looks like up front they'll be going with their top line of Charlie Aronoff and Caleb Kaiser and Mark Lehman. Lehman with a hat trick yesterday against Montclair State. And they had plenty of ice. And also Sacred Heart going with their top forward line of Christos Kamenis, Michael Cardoza. I believe on the far side, get a number for you, is number 25, Rob Moterno. That's a quick shot right on Dorkowitz. He stops. 8 seconds in. So Army on the board already with their first shot of the game. As Dorkowitz covers up. Face off to the right of Sacred Heart netminder. That face off is won by Army. Lehman can't get a handle on it, but he's able to poke the puck to the sidewall there. Army on it again, up to the point. Goes D to D cross. Quick shot just out of the reach of Dorkowitz. Lehman throws that puck. And that's steered aside by Sacred Heart netminder. Army continues a cycle behind the net as Sacred Heart forces a turnover, and Kamenis has it now. They'll send that puck right wide, and here come the Pioneers. Pioneers chip that puck in. Pressure with 2 guys. Good big hit behind the net by Army's defender, number 17, Anthony Chambers, one of the captains at Army. Puck gets stuck up against the wall and we'll have a whistle. Face-off will come inside the Army zone. So early we saw quick shot, 2 quick shots by Army. And then when Sacred Heart was able to get out of the zone, it looked like they dumped that puck deep, and they're intending on pressuring those Black Knight defenders. Face off again won by Army. That's sent to the middle and chipped in. On it first is, I believe that is Delia from Army. And here comes Sacred Heart again. Number 18, Giovanna Cripaldi, gains access to the zone, throws it out in front, and just out of the reach of Oleda Hamajad. Army has it now behind the net. Sends it high off the glass into the neutral zone, where Sacred Heart will just throw that puck right back in. So early on, it looks like the game plan for Sacred Heart is make Army skate 200 feet, and apply some pressure, hoping for some turnovers. Good hit, neutral zone by number 24 from Sacred Heart. As the puck dangerously skated out of the corner right in front of the Army's net. Shot attempt goes wide, but Sacred Heart's able to keep that puck in. And Army has it now. They'll send that puck high into the neutral zone. And away with it comes Army as they chip and change. Good play there to tie up the man. And Sacred Heart has some speed coming through the neutral zone. So 3-on-2 if they hurry. Nice shot there by Sacred Heart, their first of the game. And that was taken by number 28, Ray Oxner. Puck goes D to D, sent back out to the middle, and again, Sacred Heart would have a 3-on-2 if they hurry, but just out of the reach of the Pioneer player, and they will change. There's a dump from the neutral zone by number 9, John Sexton, and it forces Dorkowitz to cover. So shot count 3-1 in favor of Army. Good pace of the game so far, some transition. Again, Sacred Heart looking to gain access to the zone either on an odd man rush, and if they don't have it, they're going to dump and make the Black Knights work for it. Face off down. Aronoff has it. He turns and that shot gets blocked. Puck kept in by Army. Good move there. Second great move up to the point, and that puck is off the stick of the Army defender. Oh, actually, that was Lehman covering for the point man, and Lehman has it now. Sends that puck to the Sacred Heart defender, who chips it into the neutral zone. Lehman recovers, and that's a high rising shot just wide of Dorkowitz. There's a laser beam there. That puck comes up to the point, kept in by Army, just wide of Dorkowitz. Looks like Sacred Heart will have numbers in time, and they're going to send that puck deep, just off the blocker of Monahan. And number 24, Dylan Stiles, is able to chip that puck in, set up a forecheck for Sacred Heart. Puck comes to the middle. Nice hit there by number 25 of Sacred Heart. That is Rob Molatero. Good high rising shot by Tamer just wide of the net. Misses the mark. Shots 3-2 in favor of Army. So that puck gets chipped out No hand pass going to be called as Army played that puck off the Sacred Heart hand. And Sacred Heart doing a pretty good job of clogging up the neutral zone. Great move there. We'll get a number for you on that play. So great move by that Pioneer player to get to the net, force a great shot. That was number 25. That was Molitero again. So shots now even at 3. Still a scoreless game early on in the first period. It's Moliterno. Sorry, there's an N in there. Sacred Heart sends that puck through the middle. Quick transition. Moliterno gets his shots blocked into the corner. It's a hit a little bit away from the puck, but they play on up to the point of Sacred Heart. That puck is blocked. Another shot attempt wide of Monahan. That puck gets chipped out. Back with it was Tyler Wales. Sends that puck through the middle. And Ola Dahamajad is able to get that puck and regroup. Attempted dump by Ola Adamajad. Got the pronunciation of that down pat, I think. That goes D to D, off the stick of Sacred Heart. Army now has it behind the net. You circle, send that to the wing. They'll look to throw the puck through the neutral zone, and that's stopped by Army. Monahan forced to make another stop from just outside the blue line. Quick shot there, gets tipped just wide in front. And Sacred Heart, again, doing a good job of containing in their offensive zone there. A lot of loose pucks out in the neutral zone where Sacred Heart's able to maintain possession. Outside of that first shift, Army really hasn't been able to generate any kind of offensive momentum in the Sacred Heart end. Kaiser throws that puck to Aronoff. Kaiser has it back. Little toe drag move. Good defensive play by number 24 from Sacred Heart, Dylan Stiles. And from the Pioneers, they have numbers. Puck gets turned over, and in with it comes great stop there. So Aronoff has a semi-breakaway, stopped by Dorkowitz, poked away, almost creates an odd man rush. Now with it is Lehman. Lehman will draw a penalty on Sacred Heart. Again, he's just such a big presence, and there's a lot of extremities there to get tangled up in. And Sacred Heart can't fault the Sacred Heart player there. Tries to make a hit and just gets tangled up. So going to the box will be Sacred Heart's Giovanni Crepaldi. And again, some good saves by Dorkowitz early. Shots are now 5-4 in favor of Army, and they'll go to their first power play of the game. Army wins that draw. Puck sent D to D. And a good block by Sacred Heart Pioneer. We'll get that number for you. That is number 27 with that block, and that is Troy Clement. So a good block by Clement. Forces Army the length of the ice and has to break out. Over the blue line comes Army. Quick stop, cross ice pass as their players get set. Again, this top line of Lehman, Aronoff, and Kaiser out there with Tamer and Chambers on D. That puck gets deflected. Good stick there, but kept in by Tamer. Puck gets sent to the middle, and Lehman unable to get a handle on it. But Army still keeps the puck in. Out. Great save by Dorkowitz. Fights that one off through traffic. Found that puck a little late, but gets the blocker on it, and play continues. Just over a minute remaining on the Army power play. Great stop by Dorkowitz again. It's behind the net. He's looking for it. And 12 minutes remaining in the first period. Still a scoreless game. Army is still on the power play. Has had great opportunities, and Dorkowitz has been equal to the task. And Sacred Heart gets that clear. Good play by Monahan to send that puck all the way up. Try to catch Sacred Heart on the change. And Army successfully keeps the puck in Sacred Heart end. 25 seconds remaining on the power play for Army. Comes all the way out to the point, and it's a shot through traffic just wide of Dorkowitz. Now Army still battling for the puck. Quick escape, great play there. Great cross-ice pass. And that is number 27, Bobby Starring, with a power play goal. But that was an excellent play, excellent setup there by the Super East Player of the Year, Caleb Kaiser. Quick escape move, found Starring cross ice, and he was going to the net, and no question, there was no chance for Dorkowitz on that one. Dorkowitz making several brilliant saves on that power play, and on the power play goal, Army now leads 1-0 with 11:22 remaining in the first period. Army wins the draw. They slowly creep in, and Dorkowitz will hold on to that one. So just as Sacred Heart had the momentum in the game, they have to take that penalty on Lehman. I mean, there was really no option, and Army's able to take that 1-0 lead and got some of that momentum back. Let's see if Sacred Heart can get something generated. Army has possession behind their net. They come out. Looks like they have. Good job by Sacred Heart there, sealing off the middle. Looked like they had numbers going the other way, but a great play by number 9 on Sacred Heart, Michael Cardozo, to cut that puck off. Sacred Heart, turnover in the middle of the ice, but recovered by Kamenis and sent D to D and back. Good play, good hinge play at that defender. But that's turned over onto the stick of number 10, Henry Miller. But away with it comes Sacred Heart now. Great high-rising shot, just missed the mark there. Sacred Heart has the puck behind the net. Still battling for it. Sacred Heart, Kamenis cycles out high. He gets picked by an Army player, and I wonder if that's going to be the call. It could be an interference call. There was a pick there. So, away from the play. It's a good call by the official. So, excellent call by the official there. Maybe it might be me and him are the only two that saw it in the rink, but he's absolutely right. You can't pick a guy away from the puck, so you can't pressure. So, Sacred Heart will get their first crack on the power play. As Army went ahead on their first power play opportunity. Army wins that draw and sends that puck the length of the ice. Yeah, last night Sacred Heart's power play a little bit, a little bit off. The passes, weren't as crisp as they would like them to be. So let's see if that getting a game under their belt for the weekend helps them here. That puck gets sent out by Army. Dorkowitz forced to make the stop. Good play there by that defender. They trap one Army forechecker, and Sacred Heart will gain the zone. And bad turnover there just inside the blue line. Here comes Lehman. Lehman's got a shot on him, and unable to get a shot on net, hits the side of the net, but almost a shorthanded goal for Army. Away come the Pioneers. And puck flipped in by number 28, Ochsner. And that gets sent down the length of the ice by Army. 50 seconds remaining in the Sacred Heart power play. 8:47 remaining in the first period. Army leads 1-0. Here comes Sacred Heart. They gain the zone. That puck gets sent into the corner, but good keep by the defender from Sacred Heart. Goes D to D. Looking for a shot. Good stop by Monahan. Goes behind the net, out to the point again, and wind up. Good block by Army's number 22, Ben Goucher. And Dorkowitz will send this up, trying to catch Army on the change. He does, but there's no support there for Sacred Heart, and the puck comes out to the neutral zone. Puck gets sent rink wide, bouncing puck sent back deep. And that should wrap up the first power play for Sacred Heart with 5 seconds remaining and 8 minutes remaining in the first period. Sacred Heart. So far, looking at both teams, Dorkowitz for Sacred Heart definitely playing fantastic, and I would say, the effort, all-around effort, would be Rob Moliterno, and he's been all over the ice. He's been working hard down low, getting pucks deep, and for Army, that top line is just so strong. So that's the line of Kaiser, Lehman, and Aronoff, and those 3 guys have been on it. Especially Lehman, it's hard to miss. Good face-off win there by Sacred Heart. Puck gets sent just wide of the net. And a good hit. And that puck scores free into the neutral zone. Really no possession. And Sacred Heart finally gets the puck on the regroup. And we'll send that puck deep. Something happened behind the play. There's a roughing call coming, so I'm not sure if it's going to... Looks like an Army player is going to the box. Yep. So that must have happened as number 5 from Sacred Heart, Solon Minhas, had the puck and he dumped that in. It was probably a little bit of a late hit, so not a great penalty to take in a game like this. But Sacred Heart will go to their second power play as it trailed 1-0 in the first period. So looking for an explanation on that, and you usually get, as I say, 1 to 2 Mississippis after the player releases the puck, and that looked to be a little bit late. So Sacred Heart unable to win the draw, but they gain possession of the puck, and we get a whistle. And that face-off will come out. I think we have a penalty. Yep, we have a penalty in Sacred Heart. So just like that, that is going to nullify the power play as Cardoza goes to the box. And we'll play 4-on-4. In my opinion, 4-on-4 format does favor Sacred Heart. And they have it behind the net. Puck goes cross ice. Good play by Kamenis to get that puck deep. And Army has it now. Army weaving up the ice. That's Tamer. Sends it over to Aronoff. Back to Tamer. Good stop there by Dorkowitz. Sacred Heart. Good pass there, but just out of the reach of number 15, Tyler Wales. Army weaving it in. That was Lehman with a good shot and a better save by Dorkowitz. Puck gets reversed into the corner, and here comes Sacred Heart. On it is Moliterno, just sends that puck just wide. And Kaiser will regroup with himself and sends that puck rink wide, and in comes Army. Army circles behind the net. Good defend. Good job on D there by number 24 for Sacred Heart. Good block shot. So Styles with a good defensive play, and Sacred Heart's able to get the puck out. And that gets over-skated by Sacred Heart, and here comes Lehman. It's a 1-on-2. Quick turnover. This goes rink wide. It's trouble, and it does not get through. Lehman's able to get the puck back on his stick, and he sends that puck off of Dorkowitz and out of play. So there's a 6-second disparity in the penalties between the two teams. So Army will get a 6-second power play as the Sacred Heart penalty will expire. 5:37 remaining in the first period. Army leads 1-0 on a power play goal by number 27, Bobby Starring, off of a brilliant setup by Caleb Kaiser. Sacred Heart wins the draw. Delia goes down. And that puck gets flipped high to the neutral zone, just out of the reach of Sacred Heart player. And here comes Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart has an opportunity of 3-on-2. And that puck gets blocked, and Army goes the other way in transition. They tried to find number 6, Kai Holm. Oh, we got a pile up in front of the penalty box. So, oh yeah, we got so the number 9 from Army, Sexton, just got out of the box, and he's going back in. It looks like he had a chokehold on Cardoza as they both got out of the box there. So Sexton will take another seat in the power play. Third power play opportunity, even though there was only a 6-second power play for Sacred Heart on their second opportunity. They'll get, hopefully, what will be a full one here. Get them back in this game. So late in the first period, score still 1-0 in favor of Army. Face off won by Sacred Heart. That goes D-to-D. Back up to the point. Good pressure there by Aronoff. Shot through traffic. Hits a Sacred Heart player and bounces over the net. And they have the puck now. Weaving to the middle. There's Moliterno. And tough pass there to handle by that number 18, Rapaldi. Oh, there's a... Looks like a knee it was stuck out there, but they play on. Kamenis has it. Wisely chooses to shoot from the side, just outside the dot below the circle, and what a laser beam of a shot that was. Christos Kamenis fakes like he's going to drop the puck, beats the Army defender, and just rifles one. I think that went far side, right off the elbow and in. So Kamenis ties this game at 1. And that's 2 power play goals this period, 1 by each team, and just an outstanding effort by Kamenis there. So a 1-1 game with 4:32 remaining in the first. Shot count for Army is 12, and Sacred Heart is able to find the back of the net on their 6th shot of the game. So shots 12-6 in favor of Army, and here comes Army now. Aronoff. There's a nice block there by number 2, Chad Schneider. Right out in the slot for Lehman. Fantastic stop by Dorkowitz. And Lehman scored his 3rd goal of the game yesterday from that exact spot. So looks like it's a set play with the either Kaiser or Aronoff behind the net. And Lehman just plants that big body out in the slot. And so all eyes get drawn behind the net. He's there waiting. So he's got a big wingspan. Big hit there by Lehman as Sacred Heart tries to get a little bit of payback there. And that puck comes up to the half wall, chipped up, barely out, and now Army will regroup. Turn over to the neutral zone. Here comes Sacred Heart. Take another attempt at a bad angle shot there, and that's stopped by Monahan. So looks like a lot of the success that they're having on the attack for Sacred Heart has been on the right side of the ice. Everything on the near side to your camera looks like it's been tough sledding, so we'll look for that to develop as the game goes on. And there's an icing on Army. This Sacred Heart will get a face-off deep into the Army end. So shots now 13-7 in favor of Army. A couple of power play goals exchanged and a 1-1 tie. First power play goal, Bobby Starring for Army. And the second goal of the game, Christos Kamenis with a rocket of a shot to tie the game at 1. Army wins that draw, sends it behind the net. Goes up to Delia. Delia looking, sends that puck to the middle. That's chipped in, and it looks like Dorkowitz will cover that up, and we'll get a whistle in the Sacred Heart end with 3:06 remaining in the first in a tie hockey game. good battle, good puck battle off the faceoff. Delia is able to get that faceoff win for Army as he helps out on the wing. And that comes out, and that's chipped out into the neutral zone by Ola Dahamajad. Ola Hadamajad, big hit there. And that goes back. D, this is going to be an icing as well. Delia gives a little extra shove, but nothing to warrant a penalty. 2:38 remaining in the first period, and Sacred Heart looking to capitalize on this tired Army group that's on the ice. They've been on the ice for a while, so they get a quick change. Taking the face off, number 7, James Dillon for Sacred Heart. Army's able to win that draw. Tamer sends that puck behind the net, and it's chipped high off the glass onto the stick of number 2 for Sacred Heart, Chad Schneider. Good sidestep move there. Right, Tamer. Tamer has it. Power move to the net. Backhand just off the side of the net. Not sure if Dorkwitz got a wrist on that. It looked like it hit maybe the outside of his glove. Good save by Dorkwitz. And the puck gets chipped out in the attempted stretch pass just out of the reach of Sacred Heart. Good pass there, number 10 for Army. Henry Miller chips that puck deep, and it's right back out by Sacred Heart. Sent right back out by Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart trying to settle the puck down in the neutral zone. As they'll regroup and send that puck right onto the waiting stick of Army's number 15, Brendan Connor. Connor with it. Good move, just ran out of room. Forces Dorkwitz to make another save, and another save by Dorkwitz. And that puck is going to get sent down for an icing on Sacred Heart. So 2 quick shots by Army, gets their shot count up to 15. So shots 15-7. In a tie game, 1:18 remaining in the first period. While we have a moment, I just want to thank all of our game staff for the Super East, from our scorekeepers, our PA announcer Dave Sinipoli, and our cameraman Michael Crisco, who's been with us all weekend, and our tech and social media guy at Montclair State for the men's team, Danny Drosback. Thank you guys all. Here comes a break for Sacred Heart. It's a 3-on-1 opportunity. Shot just wide. And that shot was taken by, we'll get you that number. So a 3-on-1 opportunity. It's a wide shot there. And that was Moliterno that shot that puck wide. Under a minute to play. Army comes out with it. They weave to the middle, and with it is Aronoff to Kaiser. Kaiser hit behind the net. Ref runs for cover. Oh, there's a big hit by Aronoff from behind, and that is not good. It looks like a shoulder injury. Oh man, that is not good for Sacred Heart. That is tough to see. Michael Cardoza taking the worst of that clear hit from behind by Aronoff, and very unlike him to do. So I don't know if he had no time to react. It didn't look like Cardoza turned on him to get it late. It just was right in the numbers. So unfortunate to see, and they're already down Antonucci from last night, and this is not good.
I think his shoulder popped out.
Yeah, it is that clearly a shoulder injury, and just hoping that he's, even if he can't return to the game today, just hoping he's okay. So I know that the refs are conversing about this, and in my opinion, that's a 5 and maybe even a game, which would, it's not a consolation, but Aronoff being one of the top guys on Army, if they lose him, that's a big blow to them as well. So. And Cardoza able to get to his feet. Clearly in a lot of pain. . And it looks like we got a hit from behind, as they explained to the captains of the team. I couldn't hear in our box what it is a 5-minute major. I think Aronoff is still in the box, which means he did not get a game misconduct. So it's just a 5-minute major. So Sacred Heart will have to deal for the time being without one of their top forwards, Michael Cardoza, as he suffered that shoulder injury with 24 seconds remaining. Sacred Heart will have a 5-minute power play. I mean, at the very least, they just coming off of a power play goal to tie the game. So let's see if they can get something going. Face off won by Sacred Heart. This puck's moved laterally and across to Moliterno. Moliterno has it. He sends that puck low. And back to Moliterno. Surveys. He sends that puck up to the point. Back to Moliterno. Moliterno loses control, and Army has it now. And they'll be content just to get the puck out of the zone as Lehman will see the end of the period wind down there. So score 1-1. Both teams power play goals. Again, goal scorers in the game, Bobby Starring for Army and Christos Kamnis for Sacred Heart. The remainder of the 5-minute major will have to be killed in the second period, and we'll bring you second period action after this intermission. I can't find the cursor. Oh, there it is. right, we are back for the second period of the Super East Collegiate Hockey League final, and we are knotted at 1. Sacred Heart will have 4 minutes and 35 seconds remaining on that 5-minute major to Aronoff. The hit from behind on Cardoza. We'll look to see if Cardoza is able to come back. Hopefully he is. And officials over there talking to the Sacred Heart bench as well as the Army bench. I think they're worried about things boiling over. So, first period, again, 2 power play goals, 1 from each team. Army, the shot advantage 15-7. And we get set for the puck drop in the second period. Face-off won by Kaiser, and that gets sent the length of the ice. Hops over the stick of Dorkwitz. Army putting a lot of pressure on the kill here. Send Lehman behind the net. And that puck gets settled by Sacred Heart. Up the ice comes Sacred Heart. Rink-wide pass. Gets chipped in by number 7, James Dillon. And the Pioneers have it now behind the Army net. We'll send that puck up to the point and back down to the half wall. So Sacred Heart's set. We got this no stick by Tamer. It looked like it was knocked out of his hands. He's looking for a call. So Tamer without a stick. So technically almost a 5-on-3. Tamer should be looking for Lehman. There we go. We have an exchange of a stick. So Lehman gives Tamer his stick, and it's convenient because they're both enormously big. So Sacred Heart has it. Sends that puck below the goal line. Good block there by Tamer. And Lehman looked like he right hooked the leg of a Sacred Heart player. Sacred Heart looking for a penalty, but nothing is called. And here comes Sacred Heart. So in this situation, too, for the officials, it's not easy. You have a 5-minute major, and I know it's, what's right is right, should be a 5-minute major, and then you see something that could potentially put a team down 5-on-3. If it's borderline, I agree with the officiating there, is let it go. But, I'm sure Sacred Heart would have loved that 5-on-3. If it was a tie game, or maybe Sacred Heart was down by a few, maybe that affects the decision, but it's a tie game in the championship, so it's a good non-call there in my opinion. Sacred Heart not really able to get much zone time so far. It's a good forecheck there by Army. It's a near turnover there, rink wide, off the stick of the goal scorer, Bobby Starring. Puck gets chipped up into the Sacred Heart bench. We'll get a face-off just outside the zone. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. We getting a few texts here and there, and again, thank you to the group from Marist that made the trek down yesterday to join us in the booth and spend some time watching the rest of the games and contributing on the broadcast. So all the coaches, the 2 Hurlberts and Mr. Longo, it was a big help to have you guys here last night. So thanks for listening again, or I should say watching. Sacred Heart has it now behind the net as the power play ticks down. Able to beat Kaiser and chip that puck in. So 1:43 remaining in that 5-minute major to Aronoff. And even more time ticking off. As Army applying some pressure in the neutral zone. That puck is chipped by. Great play by Kamenis. Kamenis, quick shot right through the legs of Monahan, and they take a 2-1 lead on their first shot of the period, their second power play goal of the game, and they still have some time left on that power play since it's a major penalty. So Kamenis, your goal scorer, 2 times over, 2 power play goals, and a great play, a great shot selection there He definitely waited for that goaltender to make the first move, and once he started to go down, he put that puck right through the legs of Monahan, and it's 2-1 Sacred Heart with 16:51 remaining in the second period and over a minute remaining on that 5-minute major. So Army looking to kill the rest of his penalty off and get back to business. Now trailing 2-1. 1:06 remaining on that power play still. Gets sent into the feet of Sacred Heart defender. They go D-to-D. Another good hinge play. Looks like a set regroup. And that gets steered aside by Monahan. Onto the net. Steered aside by Dorkowitz. And in with it comes Sacred Heart. Quick one-time shot blocked. Good block there by Army. Army will send that puck the length of the ice. And here they come up to the right wing boards. Puck is sent across the ice with 18 seconds remaining on the power play. Sacred Heart's able to get another shot. And this should do it for the 5-minute major to Aronoff as he's going to get set to rejoin his teammates. That puck's chipped out. Here comes Sacred Heart again. It's a 3-on-2. Good pass there. Just couldn't control it. Number 27. That was Troy Clement that couldn't get a hand on that puck. Good hit by Clement in the corner. And out to the neutral zone it goes. Here comes number 10, Milko. Milko, good shot on Monahan. Monahan, another good save there. So second period, all Sacred Heart, first 5 minutes. Great opportunity in front. Steered aside by Monahan. And that was number 20, Nick Milmore. And here comes Aronoff. So Sacred Heart able to capitalize on Aronoff's 5-minute major. Take the 2-1 lead. And Army's back at full strength looking. Here's a break for Sacred Heart. Quick stop. And a shot to Monahan just trickles behind him. And a good play. Looked like it was Starring that was able to get that puck chipped out of the harm's way. But almost sneaking through the legs of Monahan. Oh, there's a hit there. And yes, that is a penalty to number 18. So Giovanni Crepaldi will go for a trip and give Army their third power play. So second period, as I said, all Sacred Heart, and due to that 5-minute major and even at 5-on-5 so far. So Army will get a chance to get some momentum back on the 2-minute power play. Shots this period 6-1 in favor of Sacred Heart and 13-16 in favor of Army for the game. Puck gets sent out by Sacred Heart. Good clear there, up and over Tamer. Puck gets sent rink wide. And Aronoff can't control, and Sacred Heart's able to backhand another one out of the zone. And Tamer has it now. Tamer weaving his way into the Pioneer zone. He holds on to it. Continues to send that puck up to Aronoff, back to Tamer. That shot's blocked. Good block there by Sacred Heart's number 10, Milko. And Monahan will send that puck up to Aronoff. Aronoff sends that puck to Kaiser. Kaiser with it behind the net. Kaiser surveys, sends that puck up to the point to Tamer. Tamer back down to Aronoff. Aronoff, big hit. Up to Tamer. Tamer fakes the shot, sends that puck right across to Starring. Starring puts a shot off the chest of Dorkowitz. Out to the high slot area. Starring looking for a second of the game, just wide. Good one-time opportunity, a better save by Dorkowitz. So Army able to get 3 shots so far on this power play. Should be winding down. Over to Aronoff. Aronoff has it, holds, sends it to Lehman, and it's off the bar and in for Mark Lehman. So Army picks up their second power play of the game, power play goal of the game to tie it at 2. The big man, Lehman, getting his 4th goal of the tournament, ties this game at 2. So a big power play goal there. Both teams with 2 power play goals. And with 12:37 remaining in the second period, we're knotted at 2.
Looks like we got an over-enthusiastic fan down there heckling the refs, so sure that's exactly what they want, as they're just trying to ref this game. Alright, it's looking like a Sacred Heart power play. I think Army got called for tripping.
Sorry about that, folks. Had to tend to an unruly parent. So in addition to broadcasting the game, performing the commissioner duties, removing a parent from the stands. Yeah.
I told the broadcast, a little unruly fan there.
So, well, see, cameraman's chiming in. Yeah, got an unruly fan. Had to be escorted out of the building. And we're back. Gotta love hockey. Alright, so 10:58 remaining. Just wide by Sacred Heart. 30 seconds remaining on their power play. Ooh. That puck gets chipped out. Sacred Heart tries to leg it out, but they ice the puck. 10:35 remaining. So that was a first, having to leave the broadcast booth to escort a parent out. And it doesn't just happen at the youth levels, folks. It happens everywhere. Everybody just needs to calm down and enjoy the game. Get so worked up about things. So face-off is won Chipped in deep by Sacred Heart. Quick shot into the glove of Monahan. So as I was saying, I remember the most peaceful time of my coaching career was when parents were not allowed in the rink when COVID was still around, and we would just have to send the kids in. So I just wish everybody can control themselves. Army has it now, sends that puck up to the half wall and out of the zone, so looks like they'll successfully kill this penalty. Army on the puck first, some good jump in the step there. Over to the point, Tamer sends that puck just over the head of Dorkowitz. And Delia has it. Delia running two there by Sacred Heart. And he attempts to settle the score. Just misses. Puck gets sent up into some traffic there, and Sacred Heart just missing on that scoring opportunity. Here comes number 6 for Army. That is Kai Holm, and he sends that puck on to Dorkowitz, and we'll get a stop. So things leveling off a little bit. 2-2 hockey game, both teams each with 2 power play goals. You got Kamenis with both goals for Sacred Heart. One by Lehman and one by Bobby Starnin for Army. Kaiser on the puck behind the Sacred Heart net. Sacred Heart, good play by the defender there to get that puck loose. Good hit by Aronoff. And that puck comes out. Chambers sends that to Tamer. Tamer up the wall, just bad bounce there, right off the bench, and it gets on the stick of Aronoff, but he can't control it, and Army will have to regroup. Bad D-to-D pass there. Kamenis looking for his third, just shoots the puck off the pad of Monahan, but great opportunity there by Kamenis looking for his hat trick. Army player gets knocked into the net, but no whistle. The regroup outside the Army zone gets sent in by Sacred Heart. The puck will get banged around the boards and controlled by Army. Cross-ice pass there to Aronoff. Behind the net it goes. Army still with control. A high rising shot is fought off by Dorkowitz. Dorkowitz goes post to post, and Sacred Heart's able to break that play up. So puck fought forward in the neutral zone. Some good physical play along the boards there by both teams. And Holm will shoot that right into the shin pads. Good block by the Sacred Heart defender. Out to the point. That's another block by Sacred Heart. Hit him in a bad spot there. That's That's number 15. Tyler Wales. Looks like he took that one in a pretty rough spot. Sacred Heart just trying desperately to get this puck down the length of the ice, even if they have to take an icing as they're on their heels a bit. 6:55 remaining in the second period, a 2-2 game. It's been a power play bonanza. Each team scoring 2 power play goals. So the shot count, I don't know if I missed any on escorting a gentleman out of the rink, but shot count for the period, 8 for Sacred Heart, 4 for Army, and 17 for Army in the game, and 15 for Sacred Heart. Puck gets sent around, but kept in by Army. Aronoff has it behind the net. Aronoff looking for some help. He'll weaves to the corner, tries to draw a penalty, and that gets sent out to the neutral zone and dumped back in by Army. So Dorkowitz behind to reset the puck for his defenseman. That puck gets sent up the wall. Sacred Heart with a line change. The winger is a little bit late getting there, and Army still controls. Army sends that puck up and then back down low to Aronoff. Aronoff has it still. Quick cycle down low. He's run into by a Pioneer defender. Aronoff looking for a one-time shot. That puck gets sent rink wide, D to D, just wide of Dorkowitz. Up to the point, shot through traffic, missing again. And it's cycled down low. Good move there by Lehman. Lehman looking for a second of the game. There's a high rising shot. Great save by Dorkowitz. And that puck gets sent all the way down. So, again, Sacred Heart pinned in their end a little bit the last couple of minutes of this game here after their power play opportunity. And great game here so far. Both teams battling hard and taking, kind of exchanging opportunities and taking turns controlling the game as well. Haven't seen any bad calls or non-calls. So the officials haven't been involved outside of the realm of what they should be involved in. We've got a great Super Bowl Sunday championship game here. 5:15 remaining in the second period, still tied at 2. Army's able to stop that just outside the blue line, and Delia chases the puck down in the Sacred Heart end. That puck gets sent high and out. We might have another icing here, and we do. 4:51 remaining in the second period. So Sacred Heart icing the puck just a bit. And just to recap, in the first period I had mentioned that Sacred Heart has had success attacking on the right side of the ice, and that was where Kamenis' goal came from the second period as well. So again, looking for... Oh, there's a punch to the face, and that Army player is going to go. That was just Delia, pretty undisciplined penalty. Good play there by number 5 for Sacred Heart, Salon Mijas, to take the punch and not retaliate, but not really a good penalty to take in the offensive zone. I mean, no penalty really is good in the offensive zone, but Delia was hit for 2 on a rough. And Sacred Heart will go back to the power play, and they will go to the power play for the 6th time. One of those power plays only 6 seconds, but still counts on the stat sheet. So 2-minute power play, 4:40 remaining in the second period, tied at 2. Puck sent rink wide. Sacred Heart will attack the zone. Drop pass just out of the reach of the Pioneers, and a good play by Lehman to get that puck down. Sacred Heart with some speed. Good play there. Enter the zone. Cycle down low. Puck is lost. Control of the puck was lost by number 17, James O'Toole, and sent down the length of the ice. Great pass by number 10 there from Sacred Heart. That was Milko. Puck sails over the head of Monahan. 1 minute remaining in the power play for Sacred Heart. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second period. Puck gets sent high off the glass and all the way down the length of the ice. We'll have about 30 seconds on the power play if Sacred Heart's able to get this puck into the zone. So they should have about 30 seconds remaining here. Kamenis looking for his third. High rising shot, almost went short side. So Kamenis again looking for his third power play goal, third goal of the game. Just misses that short side high attempt. 25 seconds remaining on the power play. And that shot goes over the net, but still controlled by the Pioneers. Comes up to the plate. Schneider sends that rink wide to his D partner. Puck gets deflected. And great puck retrieval on this shift by James Dillon for Sacred Heart. Doing a great job of retrieving pucks and getting them up to the point for shots. Just couldn't find a way to get those shots to the net as so much traffic in front and some good blocks by Army there. 2:36 remaining in the second period. And here comes Army. Looks like they had an attempt at a 3-on-2. The puck just wouldn't cooperate. And the puck's just out of the reach of Dillon there. So again, Dillon, pretty good power play shift there. He'll get a change. And away comes Army. Quick stop inside the zone. Looks, surveys, sends that puck to the far corner. Delia, fresh out of the box, pins the Sacred Heart man. It's a battle for it at the point, and it comes out. And it's a quick 2-on-2, but Sacred Heart will try to dump it. Gets blocked down, and away comes Delia. Puck behind the net to Schneider. Schneider is able to reverse that puck. And that gets sent high off the glass again. And into the neutral zone. Sacred Heart on the regroup, send that puck to the boards. Couldn't get all of that one. And Army's able to send that puck down. It'll be an icing on Army. With 1:24 remaining in the second period, the score is still knotted at 2. So the shot count, if you're wondering at home, 5 this period for Army, 2 period total so far of 20, and 9 shots for Sacred Heart, 2 period total of 16. Army wins that draw, is able to chip that puck out, stopped there by Sacred Heart, and they'll send that puck behind the net. 1:11 remaining in the second period. Onto the stick of Sacred Heart. We'll just feather that to the boards. Big hit there by Holm. Last minute remaining in the second period. Oh, that goes nearly decapitates the linesman. We saw a linesman get hit in the ankle Saturday. It's like, oh, big hit there. And that was away from the play. The puck just came up the boards, and I am hoping that he's okay. That was a pretty big hit. It looks like.
I don't even want to film that, actually.
Yeah, we're gonna move the camera away and just keep you in the loop. And wise move by our cameraman there. It looks like he lost consciousness, and I'm unsure if
he was like twitching a little bit.
Yeah.
So
that's usually an involuntary spasm when you lose consciousness. And again, I'm trying to get a number for you of the Army player that went down. I don't know if there was a penalty called on the initial play, but it looked like the timing of the play, the puck was wrapped around, and as the puck was in the player's feet, he received contact. And again, it didn't look malicious, and of course everybody has their opinions, and I've been around the game for a long time. It looked like it was very bad timing. Player was definitely vulnerable, so you can call that if the player is vulnerable. So I might be out of the booth briefly. We'll see if we get the call here. But the training staff is down. And again, if you're just joining us, we had a big collision along the wall. It looked like the puck was in the player's feet. The player was a bit vulnerable. There was contact made. It did appear to lose consciousness, and you could hear a pin drop in here right now, and rightfully so. So, a lot of concern for the player. I am going to make sure that I can help out in any way downstairs, so I'll be right back with you. Hopefully soon.
Alright, so Army player, fortunately, still down on the ice. Thinking they're just trying to keep his head and his neck straight. Police officer is now on the scene. And yeah, hockey rivalries could be hockey rivalries, right? It could be all this anger and emotion towards the opposing team. But, as soon as there's an injury like this, it kind of brings everybody together. I believe the hit could have been delivered by Sacred Hearts, number 25, who is Robert Moliterno, I think. But he immediately rushed over, tried to make sure the Army player was okay. But we will see. you can see Rob. He's on the ice, managing some things. Now I'm trying to see the number of the Army player that's down. It sort of looks like 21, but I can't exactly tell. Or believe that could be number 20, Magnus Sheridan. So we're just hoping that he's all right. That this is nothing too serious. Because it did not look good. Yep, I can see it much clearer now. Looks to be number 20. He does appear to be talking to the trainers. He's moving his hands a little bit. So I do think he is alright. They're just trying to keep his head and his neck stable. Yeah, so he's moving his arm a little bit. Alright, EMS or paramedics are here. They're just wheeling the stretcher out. But he is moving. He seems to be talking. Alright, so it's looking like both teams are coming off the ice to go into the locker room. There were only 44 seconds left in the second period, so I'm thinking that they're just going to end it early here and then come back out for the third. Because definitely a shocking injury. I don't think some of these guys are in the right kind of headspace to continue playing. For right now, anyways. Did they end the second period early? Oh, okay. Yes.
It's still.
So what it looks like they did was they put 44 seconds on the clock for the third period. So instead of 20 minutes, it'll be 20 minutes and 44 seconds. All right, so the Army player, he's off the ice. He's in the ambulance on his way to the hospital. So we pray for a speedy recovery for him. Um, so the second period has ended early, and they put an extra 44 seconds on the clock. So the third period will be 20 minutes and 44 seconds. So we will be back with you after the break.
All right, folks, we're back. Unfortunately, there was an injury to the Army player, Magnus Sheridan, and just to let everybody know, he was alert, he was talking, he was taken by ambulance to a local hospital here in New Jersey. He has had movement in his arms and legs, so that's a positive sign, even joking a bit about being able to practice tomorrow or coming back potentially later today. So we know that's not a possibility, but again, all these things, if you know hockey players, it's if they don't have a sense of humor, they're not really hockey players, and even in the bad situations, they find a way to make you smile. So scary moment. I do believe that Sacred Heart will be down for 5 minutes on this call. It was a player that was vulnerable, looking in his feet for the puck along, just off the wall. The positioning of the player wasn't ideal. But I believe Sacred Heart will be down a man for 5 minutes in a 2-2 hockey game. So there's still hockey being played. The referees and the teams opted to play the remaining 44 seconds remaining in the second period, letting that expire, then swapping sides and playing the 20. Just save some time here on Super Bowl Sunday. We'll get the ice cut out of the way, and it also got the players in the locker room because, I'm not going to lie, it is a traumatic experience seeing a teammate or an opposing player injured like that. So, but as I said, Magnus Sheridan on his way to a local hospital seems to be alert, lost consciousness briefly, so if his parents are out there in Wisconsin or listening or watching, he is doing okay. He has someone going to the hospital with him, and he is alert, talking, and cracking jokes. So I don't know the young man, but it seems like he has a great personality. He made me laugh a couple of times. So we're thinking about you, and we're going to play the remaining 44 seconds of the second period coming up. Great job by our camera guy, Mike. I think he kept you in the loop of what was going on as I had to disappear from the booth for a bit.
Yep.
So appreciate that, and good move moving the camera away so give the young man his privacy. Well, lots happened today. We had an injury earlier to the training staff. Good thing each school came with a trainer, and we have one on staff here because they're busy. Earlier, if you missed it, Michael Cardoza, suffering a shoulder injury, will not return. And that was the 5-minute major on Charlie Aronoff earlier, which Sacred Heart was able to score the first goal by Kamenis. Kamenis adding a power play goal, but teams exchanging power play goals. We were tied at 1 after 1, and it's barring anything happening in the 44 seconds of this extended period. We'll be tied after 2 at 2. So waiting for the officials to get on the ice now, and once they do, they're out there, so that's good. And once they do, we will bring you the conclusion of the second, and the remainder of the game. And here we go, set for the puck drop. The remainder of the second period. Army wins that draw. They win it back, and Army will chip the puck in. Again, Army up on a 5-minute power play. We're going to play the remaining 33 seconds. Oh, it looks like they're not going to switch sides there. Lehman, good shot there. Turned aside by Dorkowitz. So they're going to just stay in their third period sides. And Dorkowitz will get set there. That puck squirts free. Sacred Heart able to clear to the zone. Army has it behind the net. Puck shielded by Aronoff, and he loses control, and Lehman has it now. Lehman will send that puck deep, and this will be offsides. I think offsides. Oh, no. Sacred Heart's going to go down 5-on-3. That would be number 10, Milko, going to the box. And now Sacred Heart down 5-on-3. Puck comes up to the point, across to the opposite point, right to the middle. Looked like Starling wanted that one-timer, but he'll send that puck down low. Out to Tamer up top. Shoots just wide of Dorkowitz. Army has it. Sends that puck up to the point. Up to Tamer. Another one-time shot. That's how Starling scored his first power play goal. And a good save there by Dorkowitz. So that's a potential game saver. As we move on to the third period, I guess, technically. So 19:22 remaining in the third period. 5-on-3 advantage for Army. Scores tied at 2. Army wins another draw. That puck on the hash marks goes across the seam. Tamer with a big one-time shot. Good save by Dorkowitz. So Dorkowitz 4 saves here on this power play. Another brilliant save there by Dorkowitz. Army has it, sends that puck down to the goal line, up top to Tamer. Tamer shoots. Great save by Dorkowitz again. So Dorkowitz single-handedly killing this 5-on-3 off so far for the Pioneers. And in with it comes Starring. Gets his stick stuck in the skates of number 17 there, James O'Toole. And Army now has possession. 41 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Puck just gets tipped wide by Lehman. As Starring bidding for a shot. Quick shot off the outside of the net. Don't think that hit post. I think that hit near side, outside of the net, and all the way down. So good looks there by Army so far in the 5-on-3 power play. Army has it, sends that puck out to Lehman. Lehman fakes the shot, sends that puck down, and good diving play there by Sacred Hearts, number 17, James O'Toole, to get that puck all the way down the ice. So that'll do it for the 5-on-3. And it's still the 5-on-4 due to the major penalty. 2 minutes remaining in that. 17:50 remaining in the third period. Looks like Starring got his stick stuck in the legs of number 24, Dylan Stiles, but Stiles able to get up. Sacred Heart able to chip that puck out. Here comes number 10, Matthew Milko. He's chipped that puck deep. Sacred Heart doing a pretty good job on this penalty killer. They're early stages here of the third period. Good back check there by Kamenis. Kamenis has it. Wraps that puck up, or is that Milko? I can't see if it's 11 or 10. A good play nonetheless. And in with it comes Army with 1:19 remaining on that major penalty. Sacred Heart. Delia can't control. The puck comes out. Good pressure there by Sacred Heart. They're able to send it the length of the ice. And really, outside of the first minute or so of the third period, forcing Dorkwitz to make 6 high-quality stops, Army has not been able to get anything going. Good fake there by the Army defender. Sends that puck into the slot area. That's broken up by Sacred Heart. Army sends that puck just wide of the net. And Delia will send that puck for his teammate behind him, where they can try to set up the remaining 30 seconds of this power play. Puck comes out across to the D partner. Point man comes in. Scales the puck behind the net. Loses control. Good play by Sacred Heart to break that play up. Schneider on it now. Can't control. Loses control to Aronoff. Aronoff bumped off the puck hard there. Still controls it though. Has the puck behind the net. Quick stop. Quick wraparound attempt. And Dorkwitz, not fooled there, makes his 7th save of the period so far. 2 seconds remaining on that 5-minute major. 15:45 remaining in the third period. Still knotted at 2. So Army putting up 15 shots in the first period, 5 in the second, and 7 so far in the third. Just throwing a lot of rubber at Dorkwitz. So it's 27 shots for Army so far. Sacred Heart with 16. That puck gets sent out of play. And the faceoff will come out to the neutral zone. So Army gets set to take that draw to the right of Dorkwitz. Army has it. They send that puck to the point man. Point man comes in. Good block by Sacred Heart. A couple good shot blocks here by the Sacred Heart Pioneers. And they will gather it behind the net and send that puck up right onto Monahan. Monahan has to cover, so technically that counts as Sacred Heart's first shot of the period, even though it was from a flip outside the zone. Well, they don't ask you how, they ask you how many. So Monahan forced to make a save, padding the stats a little bit. The puck is dropped, and Sacred Heart unable to control the draw, and here comes Army. Kaiser throws that puck to the neutral zone to no one, and that gets turned over. Here comes Chambers with it now. Chambers, quick stop. Tries to bring that puck up to Aronoff, but he can't, so he has to go back down low. And Chambers will start to backpedal as Sacred Heart is able to get the puck out of the zone. High off the glass in. Army checks up. Sacred Heart has plenty of time to make that outlet pass. It's a 2-on-2 here for Sacred Heart. Cut through the middle. Quick shot. Great save by Monahan. Rebound sitting there, unable to capitalize. So good opportunity by Sacred Heart, but here comes Army. Army can't connect on that 2-on-2 rush. Players offsides, and Sacred Heart will now regroup. Bad turnover there by the Pioneers. Sacred Heart in trouble here with a little bit of a bad change, outnumbered in their own end. And now we have all the Sacred Heart players, but Dorkwitz forced to make a save. Double deflection, comes off the pad of Dorkwitz. Great stop there. So again, the Army putting everything they can on Dorkwitz and on net. And Dorkwitz up to the task. And Army seems to be fired up after that hit on on Magnus Sheridan. Turnover here, right over the head of Dorkwitz, but bad turnover there by Sacred Heart. Again, they're being stifled in their own end since the power play has expired. And Army just putting everything they possibly can on Dorkwitz. Another great stop there. So Army putting up 10 shots on net in this period, the first 6.5 minutes or so of this period, and the story has been Matthew Dorkwitz. Face off to the right of Dorkwitz. Sorry, I'm getting a whole bunch of texts from a lot of concerned people out there, rightfully so, from the arena, from the university. So good response by our training staff that's on staff here, and both trainers for both Sacred Heart and Army did a great job down there. And our university police department, as well as the rest of the first responders. So getting the situation resolved relatively quickly. Here comes Sacred Heart. It's a 1-on-2 attempt, so we'll just throw that puck just wide. That was James O'Toole again, who's been definitely noticeable in this third period. Great job on a penalty kill earlier from O'Toole. And Army has it behind the net now. Surveying, looks to the wing. Sends that puck up through the neutral zone. Big slash there. Number 27. I don't know if we're going to get a call. There's a shot after the whistle, so if we did get an initial call, they're going to call Army only here. So we didn't get that initial call, but yes, indeed, that shot was after the whistle of Brendan O'Connor. Not quite sure if he heard the whistle or not, but clearly that was after the whistle. So shots here in the third period, 10-2 in favor of Army. 32 for Army for the game. And 18 total for Sacred Heart so far. But then again, Sacred Heart having to kill off a 5-minute major and a 5-on-3 power play. So we're going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for shooting the puck on net after the whistle. Number 15. Brendan Connor. Sacred Heart able to win that draw. Quick back to Schneider. Schneider dishes that puck over to Milko. Milko sends that puck behind the net to O'Toole. O'Toole up. Looks like Kamenis there. So everyone going to the net there. Quick pass in front. Great play by the Army player there. It looked like Tamer break that play up, and that definitely saved the goal. There were two Pioneers crashing the net there, and Tamer able to nullify that pass. And Army sends that puck all the way down. Here come the Pioneers. Pioneers, we threw out, and that was Caleb Kaiser with the attempted hit. And here comes Aronoff. Aronoff tries to move to his backhand. He circles up, and Starring able to get a stick on it. Otherwise, that would have been trouble for Army. Sacred Heart away with numbers. It's a 3-on-2 rush with a back checker. High off the back of the net, or the side of the net, went O'Toole. Good play there by the Sacred Heart forward, or defender, sorry. And they'll regroup. So, power play for Sacred Heart nearly over. Haven't really had it. They have not had a shot on this power play, but have had some good pressure. Schneider has it now. Across. Quick shot, and that puck gets turned away by Monahan. So that's the first shot there of the power play. But again, Tamer making a great play on a 3-on-1 in front of the net off of a turnover, nullifying the goal. 10:40 remaining in the third period. 40 seconds remaining in the period, or in the power play. So that puck steered away by Monahan. And that puck goes down for an icing, and we're back to even strength with 10:18 and a tie game, 2-2. So again, if you're late to the party here, it's a 2-2 game. Had some significant injuries, unfortunately. Michael Cardoza leaving the game for Sacred Heart with a shoulder injury. That drew a 5-minute major in which Sacred Heart was able to capitalize on. Another 5-minute major penalty for a hit on Army's number 20, Magnus Sheridan, who had to leave the game and is being looked at a local hospital. And he was alert, awake, coherent when he left the building, so He seems to be okay. I use that term loosely, so hoping that there's no further injuries to either player. Just under 10 minutes remaining. Big hit attempt by Army loses an edge. That was number 5. Dave Cadigan. That one crashed into the boards. Pioneers have it. They'll shovel that puck high, but not out. That was puck knocked down by number 9, John Sexton. Sexton sends it to Delia behind the net. And Kai Holm will try to help out, and he does. Like a good battle below the goal line by both teams there. They kick it free, but Army's on it first. Army now weaving behind the net. Starring sends that to Delia. Delia, oh no. That's just an undisciplined penalty by number 17, O'Toole. Just as I was singing his praises this period, takes a penalty, and he legitimately ran him into his own goaltender with a cross check from the back. So just not a smart penalty to take. So Army undoubtedly will go on the power play here. Don't know if this will be a 2 or a 5.
Although I would say maybe, is there another call coming? Because
there may be another call coming. I'm not 100% sure. The training staff going to look at their Sacred Hearts. Definitely their best player tonight is Dorkowitz, other than Kamenis, and he seems to be okay.
I had seen an Army player like punching Sacred Hearts goalie,
so we could get an even up call.
Yeah.
So good job by our cameraman to pick that up.
Punching him in the gut, it was kind of weird.
But just a chain of events. It's just an undisciplined penalty. You know, O'Toole's played a great game to this point. So you're not down there. We don't know what occurred before that. But regardless, we'll see what the outcome here is. There was only 2 minutes up on the board. And the refs trying to sort this out. So both captains, that's Kamenis and Chambers, chatting with the officials, and we'll see face off to the right of Dorkowitz, who appears to be okay. That's a good sign. And we play on. Sacred Heart able to clear. As Lehman touches that puck first and weaves behind the Sacred Heart player. Great pass out in front to Kaiser, and Kaiser looks like Dorkowitz is okay. Great stop there, and Kaiser, great opportunity in front, and Dorkowitz shuts the door on a great play by Lehman to feed the Super East Player of the Year. Face-off won by Army. Starring has it. Sends that puck to the middle to Tamer. Tamer to Aronoff. Tamer, big one-time shot, turned aside by Dorkowitz. That puck gets batted around behind the net. And up to the point. And across. Good save by Dorkowitz again. And Ari putting everything they can at net. 13 shots so far this period. And we're with 8 minutes remaining. So the first 12 minutes has been all Army putting the pressure on Sacred Heart. Starring has it. Sends that across to Aronoff. Aronoff to Tamer. Tamer, puck just rolled up on him. Looks like he shot that over the net. And here comes Starring. Starring able to regroup. They get on sides. Quick shot into the chest of Dorkowitz. Good save by him again. Dorkowitz's 14th save of the period. And Yesterday we talked about critical moments and turning points in games, and Dorkowitz having himself a good third period, trying to turn that momentum. Puck gets chipped behind the net and all the way around to just past skate of the Army player. And this quick stop behind. Oh, and the Army player blows a tire. Got up a little aggressively there. I'm not sure what happened, but that was Starring. High off the glass goes Army, but it's not out. Sacred Heart player couldn't react to that puck in time, lost an edge, and he'll go to the bench. I think that was Milko. And out with it comes Army. Into the glove of Dorkowitz. 6:34 remaining in the third period. So if it goes into overtime, I did say the words, so hope I didn't curse anything, but if it does go into overtime, it's a 10-minute 3-on-3 overtime where the teams will switch sides, and if it's unsettled after overtime, it's going to be a 3-player shootout. So, I don't know, kind of hoping that it's not overtime, but at the same time, there would be some exciting action. My preference would be no shootout. Oh, Kamenis bumped off the puck. Good play there. I think interference. And stick of Ola Dahamajad goes sent sailing, so I don't know if there would be a call on that. Does not. It looks like only the initial, maybe the step up or the interference from Chambers on Kamenis was the only call. And Sacred Heart to the power play in the last 6 minutes of the third period. Puck is down. Sacred Heart wins the draw, sends that puck up to the point, and back down behind the net. On it is Milko. He's bumped off the puck by the Army defender, and he'll send that puck the length of the ice. 5:56 remaining in the third period. 1:43 remaining on the Sacred Heart power play. Tie game, 2-2. Goal scorers for Army, Bobby Starring and Mark Lehman, and Christos Kamenis scoring both goals for the Pioneers. Puck cycled down low, behind the net. We had a little bit of trouble with the Pioneers, but they settle that puck down. And up to the point goes Sacred Heart. Up to the middle of the ice. Good play there by the Sacred Heart point man. Looks like the goalie Monahan got the stick to the back of O'Toole. O'Toole went down in front and Monahan covers up. But again, I don't think O'Toole just ended up on the ice by himself. I think he had a little bit of help from Monahan, but nothing called. Up but not out. Army's clearing attempt. Sacred Heart on it. Still good puck possession by the Pioneers in the zone. Shot through traffic, gets knocked down. And sent the length of the ice. 25 seconds remaining in the power play with 4:36 remaining in the period. And Sacred Heart having difficulty controlling that puck. Good play there by the Army defender to send that puck down. And that will do it for the Sacred Heart power play. 4:08 remaining in the period. Puck gets chipped in by Sacred Heart. Puck goes behind the net. Puck blocked by Pioneer. Another block by the Pioneers. Good job there, blocking 2 shots by number 28, Ryan Eckner. That puck gets sent the length of the ice. This will be an icing. So 3:24 remaining in the period. Again, if we go to overtime, there will be a brief about a minute break, and then they're going to go right into the 3-on-3, and I will have to depart the booth to present the trophy. If there's a goal scored in the last 3 minutes here, the same. So we'll bring you minimal commentary, unless Mike feels so inclined to get involved, but won't put that on him. So Sacred Heart has it behind the net, 3:15 remaining. Puck gets chipped out. And Sacred Heart has it again. Holding behind the net, 3 minutes to go in the third period. Puck goes to the neutral zone and set up by Sacred Heart. Right through the middle, chipped in. Oladahamajad on the puck. Ooh, he got a stick up, but they're going to let him play on roll. And that's sent in by the Pioneers again. So shots 15-6 this period. Sacred Heart has been killing at least 7 minutes of this period on the penalty kill. So things have leveled off a little bit, and Sacred Heart seems to have the momentum 5-on-5. Good stop there by Monahan. And here comes Army. Holm puts that puck off the stick of Dorkowitz, who steers that into the netting. And he makes another save. 2:07 remaining in the third period. Puck is chipped down, and Sacred Heart has it. Army gets that puck to the neutral zone, and a turnover to Lehman. Lehman in turn turns that puck over, and it's been a battle of the neutral zone. Schneider has it. He bobbles. He sends that puck D to D. 1:28 remaining in the third period. Here comes Sacred Heart. Puck gets sent on to Monahan, who makes a stop and covers. And just been informed that the 49ers have turned the ball over, so the Chiefs have the ball already. I think it was about 2 minutes in, so if you're watching this instead of watching the Super Bowl, wise choice. Puck gets sent just wide of Monahan on a face-off win by Sacred Heart. And a foot race between Aronoff and the Sacred Heart defender. It gets rimmed around. Army keeps it in. That puck takes a weird bounce and bounces over the net of Dorkowitz. Puck gets shipped out. And Sacred Heart has it with 40 seconds behind the net. Turned over by Sacred Heart. And a quick look, good chip into the zone by the Pioneers. And Army has it now. 10 seconds remaining. Good opportunity in front, blocked by the Army player, and we're going to go into overtime here. So I am going to head down. You will not have a commentator. We'll mute the mics here, and we'll play a 3-on-3 overtime, but we will bring you the action.